Thought I'd do just a short hay update, let you know where we stand on our haying. And what you're looking at straight ahead is second cutting, and then the wagon, I don't know if you can see it, I'll get a closer look here in a little bit, is also some second cutting. And this is first cutting, and that's first cutting. That goes all the way back to the other end of the barn, and that goes back to the door. And this is some second cutting as well. And then we got a bunch of bottom bales sitting here. We'll sell those at a discount just to get it cleared so we can park some machinery in here once the hay gets sold. I got what I call cow and goat hay over here. If there's anything wrong with any bale, sometimes they have a little dust in them, or maybe they're kind of funky shaped like that one. We can still sell that hay, and so we really don't throw anything away if we can help it. So we're still in our second cutting, and we'll be cutting hay probably into October. The rain has kept us out of the fields, and so we're just gonna try to make the best of it. And I got a bunch of videos. Still got some first cutting videos to put up, and I've got some other videos that deal with other things I'm gonna throw up at some point. So we're gonna be having haying videos probably into next year at the rate I'm putting videos up. Just climbing up here a little bit, you can see this is all second cutting, and then that wagon, and we'll throw that out, stack it on top of this. And there's the Massey Ferguson 1105, and in behind this wagon is my John Deere tractor. It's on the John Deere baler right now. My son's out there with the mighty Wheel Horse 528. He's kind of mowing a path to our gate, and he's been trimming around some. Starting to turn colder. It's not cold, but we've had a frost, and the leaves aren't quite turned yet. It's hard to see out of the side of this barn, but August we really didn't sell much of any hay. The last couple of weeks we've been moving hay out. This whole section right in here was full of hay, and it was all this second cutting where this was first cutting just like that. So all of that first cutting hay all the way down to the bottom bales had been sold out of the center of this barn and all the way back to the front of that wagon. And so we moved a lot of hay early in late June and July. August, I don't know if we sold a single bale. Maybe we did, I don't remember. And but here at the end of September, we start getting the frost, and people start realizing, we need to do something about our hay situation, because the grass is going to stop growing. As I mentioned, we've had a frost, but you can see a few trees starting to turn a little bit, but not too much. Everything's still kind of green, and but that'll change. That'll change here in October. Right here's the 1105. I tried to back it in as far as I could, but my wagon's kind of keeping me from totally parking it in the drive. We do have on this barn 2-foot overhangs on both sides. On the ends it's a 1-foot overhang, and but I'm anxious to get that wagon out of there where I can back this thing in, especially over the winter. Spent a little time today mowing around the barn, kind of trimming it up a little bit, and that's kind of on our list of things to do when we get out into October. I have a bunch of scrap pallets and some scaffolding down there we're going to get out of here. Right now the bees own these pallets, and there's probably a few snakes in there too. My son picked up about a 3x5 sheet of plywood elsewhere on the farm to move it out of the way today. and there's a big copperhead underneath of it. So, you know, we're just trying to be careful about snakes. And of course, this time of year when it gets cold, the bees seem to have a temper. They seem to know the end is near. So we'll get some frost, a couple of good heavy frosts, and we'll get in here, and we want to clean this. We want to clean this barn up because, you know, we sell our hay to horse customers, and just the looks of things, how things look, is very important to them. And you know, how things look is important to us too. So we want to kind of clean up around this barn and barnyard and make it look nice. I got my John Deere 5055D right here in the other end of the barn, and it's hooked up to the John Deere 348 baler, and we've been using the John Deere on this thing for some second cut baling. The hay in that wagon was baled up running this baler with the John Deere right there, and typically that's what we've used. Now that we got the big Massey 1105, I've been trying to put it on the John Deere baler, especially when it's hot, because the 1105 has some terrific air conditioning. In fact, one of my boys was in here stacking hay in June when I was baling with the Massey Ferguson, and he asked me, he knew we'd done a rebuild on the air conditioning, refurb, new compressor, and he asked me how I liked it, and I told him I didn't. And he was out here sweating, it was hot, and he was stacking bales, him and my son, and he asked me, you know, he said, how do you like that air conditioning in the cab on the Massey? And I said I didn't, and I was joking with him. I said it's too cold. I said I have to wear a jacket sometimes with it, and he gave me a look. I'll just leave it at that. So to kind of continue with the September hay update, we still have a goodly amount of first cut. Actually, probably a lot of first cut for us, and you know, it's kind of brown looking, but if you peel it back a little bit, it's nice and green on the inside. And you know, this is some great hay. So as the temperatures start to come down and we start losing a little bit of daylight, we'll start seeing customers. And as I mentioned earlier, here in the past couple of weeks, we've had some people come. I had one customer come today and bought second cutting hay, and I got another customer that was going to come today, but he was unable to do so. And he's one of my prime customers, so I know he'll be back. And he wants some second cutting hay. And then we're like I mentioned, we still have second cutting hay to do, and we still got our gleaner hay to do. We've just been held up by the weather more than anything, and I think there's a lot of hay in the area. I think my sense is, looking at the Facebook and Craigslist ads, and just seeing people up and down the road, I think there's more square bales this year, and prices are somewhat low, you know, what I see listed, but we're holding the line on our price, and we feel like you know, the price that we're asking for first and second cut is what we need for this haying to pencil out. We need a certain margin in order to have a nice baler and a nice barn and a tractor with air conditioning. So, you know, I'm prepared to hold hay all the way into the spring and even through next fall if necessary. This barn, if I pack it from one end to the other, all the way to the bottom of the trusses, it'll hold 6,000 bales. So, you know, we're not making 6,000 bales in 1 year. So we should have plenty of room to have, you know, if hay's left over, we should have plenty of room for that hay and next year's hay too. And so I'm not too concerned about that. But you know, things are starting to get a little more busy, and we had one customer that came, and they came and drove past hay that was a couple dollars cheaper a bale than mine. And I asked why, and she basically said she wasn't sure what she was getting. You know, people bale hay, and they call it horse quality hay when they post it on Facebook or Craigslist Marketplace. But you know, our hay, we forage test it, we manage it. It's weed free. It's just really good quality hay. Especially this year, I think, you know, there was some luck involved here too. But I think we'll sell hay, and I think we shouldn't have any trouble selling most of this hay. I'm not sure we'll sell out by the end of the year, but you never know. 1 year I gave hay away in our other barn because I didn't think we were going to have the capacity to hold the following year's cut. And I gave away quite a bit of hay, some of it to a friend and some of it to a charitable organization. And it wasn't a week after I got rid of it that the phone started ringing and emails started coming up. People were wanting hay. So the nice thing about this barn is I don't think it's going to come down in a hard wind, but I guess anything's possible. We never knew with our other shelters, our dome shelter, and so it makes me sleep good at night knowing we can hold hay for more than a year if we need to. As we get into finishing our second cut, we're so late in September, you know, planning on cutting some of our horse quality hay, second cut. I think the last of it, I got 2 fields to cut, and I'm hoping to do that on a Wednesday and bale it on a Saturday and Sunday if I need to. It's going to be cool, but it's going to be a good wind, and it's going to be sunny. And if we need to, we can bring on the hay preservative. It's buffered propionic acid, and but one way or the other, we'll get the hay out of the field and into the barn safely. And if we need to, we'll use the hay preservative on it. So that's kind of the hay update for September. I'm late in the month of getting it out, but I did want to put up a video kind of where we stand. And as I mentioned, we've got a lot of videos that I need to post, haying videos and the equipment videos, lawn and garden equipment videos. I've just got a lot of stuff I'll probably got enough videos if I edit them down to last until next spring. But we continue to kind of video stuff we're doing. We've got a few other things going on, and we're going to bring to you in YouTube videos later in the year or early next year. And just really appreciate everybody watching. Hit the like button. Feel free to comment. Subscribe to get more of our haying and farming videos. And we'll talk to you later.